themselves dry and keep them high.
Well, the show has been a complete success. I have great fans overseas that get up at 4:30 in the morning to watch the show. So it's great. I feel like I got on Saturday Night Live when Matt Damon said that he was playing the character of Brett Konoff or whatever the politician's name was or the judge. He was playing him and he said, "All I'm left with is a creepy calendar." And it reminded me of heaven horoscope every week, how I give the mood for the week according to what's in the sky and what's in the stars that week. So kind of got a little laugh out of that little Saturday Night Live skit with Alyssa Milano popping up behind Matt Damon's was playing the character. So it gave me a little bit of a connection with New York, that New York is watching my shows and enjoying heaven's horoscopes with the creepy calendar. So, perfume is really a magic spell. And this is the perfume of the week. It's Angel. It really does cover up pheromones that if people have very strong pH in their body, they usually have discoloration under their blouse in their armpit area. Those are people with very strong pheromones. And people with strong pheromones can use this perfume very well because it doesn't overcrowd their own scent, but it really does command the room, and it really brings a small, strong sense of self. It's called Angel. It's the same designer that used to work for Chanel, and it's an incredible way to put on perfume, is to put on a magic spell, and once again get those around you to really understand who you are by your scent. You know, the first impression is always the best, wouldn't you say? So, I kind of feel a little awkward talking a bit about my life as a psychic, but that was one of the email questions that came through. And all I can say is I live moment to moment, day to day, and that everything has a reason, and that's what tarot card is. That the person's on the phone at that time and how the spread comes up and what the cards mean to me and my attunement to the cards gives the movies or the songs or the conversations going on not only in my head but with the caller. So, yes, being a psychic is pretty chaotic because every moment is different, but I wouldn't want to do anything else. I totally, thoroughly enjoy reading for others, bringing them closer to their love lives and counseling them along the way and being through everything, you know, their graduations to their births to their divorces, to their new loves, to their remarriage, to their blended families. I love being there all the way. So this is why I work as a psychic, is to be engaging with all of you that really do seek a pure spiritual life in this chaotic world. So I've been getting a lot of questions lately. I guess we're going into Mercury retrograde because everybody's been reflecting on their past relationships, which has been very interesting. And I've been talking a lot on the phone to callers about my ebook, Secrets to Win a Marriage Proposal, Secrets Surviving as Newlyweds, and Secrets Surviving a Divorce, and Secrets of the Opposite Sex, which is new to the series. The series is called Secrets to New You Love, and it's about changing your life and creating habits or routines in your life to create habits to better not only yourself but those around you, and communication skills, and everything comes in cycles. You've heard me talk about this before, about how cats cycle out and sharks cycle in. Well, we all cycle too to different degrees for different people for different reasons and to different extents. But we all cycle. And so that's where the ebooks originally came from. And also the secrets on what to do in laying the foundation. So is he going to call again? Well, it's really up to you and how the relationship was in the past and him going through the reflection that he seems to be experiencing today. Sometimes moving on, meeting new partners, you use those partners as a measuring stick, or you use your old partners as a measuring stick to the new ones that you're considering taking on as a partner. So it's natural. We all go through it. It definitely is part of our nature of relating to each other. So definitely pick up my ebooks on Amazon and give them a read. They're very informative and it'll make your relationships a lot better, love wise, and even in work and family. So, yes, I do make a lot of predictions for President Trump, and I hope all of you walk the middle line, that we all are human and that we all make decisions every day of our life, and hopefully on the side of faith. We all have fear and faith on each shoulder, and hopefully faith is the side that we always choose. The brave American that most of us are. And if you are a citizen, also a brave citizen. So I am not trying to make political bias here. I'm just being a psychic and I'm reading a president who was a reality TV star, who was very well known in the media and happens to be president today. So please understand that when I do these readings, I work as a psychic with non-bias. It's not my idea to show one way or the other support or conflict with the President of America. So I just wanted to add that. And we are going to continue doing readings on his behalf. So he's going to continue to call. He's going to continue to chase you down because he's been a bad boy and he knows it. So he's going to continue to pursue you. He's not going away.
Okay. Like how soon?
I feel like you'll probably hear from him either later tonight or tomorrow, Lydia. So I'd love to hear back.
Okay. So you kind of done me a favor, right? I can pretty much at this point do whatever I choose to do.
Yes, of course. Yes. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Well, you and I have spoke before. This last month I had my friend Michael come up, PTSD, illegally blind, and been making me wait for over 6 years for him. He's been coming around and saying he has feelings and whatnot. So I'm just wondering, what's going on with that. And now, I don't know, did the universe do this so that I wouldn't be the bad guy and I could explore that possibility with Michael? I'm more confused than I was yesterday, Robin.
I know it's tough. And it's really, really tough when your heart sinks into your stomach. But you have to stay strong and you can't call him, you can't talk to him. You have to just tell him, look, I'm doing my monogamy relationship with myself. So I'm shocked that I have to even address this with you because I was playing by monogamy rules.
Um, okay. Now, were we actually talking to anybody?
No, there's nobody else. That was out of boredom.
Oh, wow. He's got to come on his sense, doesn't he?
Right. Okay, so this week is the 19th, and a 19 and a 1 is a 1. When you add a 9 with a 1, it's always the number, the 9 is always the 0. Okay, so it looks like this week that there's a lot of legal issues coming up. I do feel that the president will be thinking about home and he is thinking about his marriage. It says that he is feeling very much alone, and it does feel like he is talking to an older woman, like I said, who's causing some interference. Not necessarily a romantic older woman, it could be a family member. Also, it says that somebody from the past is coming quickly back in. This could be the ex-wife. It does say that he's very psychic right now. It does say that he is relying on his daughter. I do feel that there's an announcement that there's another grandchild coming in to the president's family. I do feel that there is another man that's going to be traveling. It could be Putin. I talk about it a lot. It's a man with a great deal of money or currency to be able to make decisions. I feel like this new baby that's going to be announced in pregnancy the week of September 19th to the 26th or thereafter within the month of September is going to be a boy. I do feel that there is going to be a lot of truth coming out in the media. I do feel like by the time that this baby's born, it looks like it's going to be October of next year. So the baby could be announced in the next 3 months to be born in October, or the next 4 months to be born in October, or it could be the end of September next year with the baby coming in as a son. But I definitely see a mother, family member in the White House. Yeah, so herbs are great to burn to really put a spell on your spell. I guess you could say, kind of make an impact. The best thing to use is cinnamon. Cinnamon is wonderful. You can sprinkle cinnamon actually in your candle. It's better to get like a cauldron, which I don't have here today, so we're going to improvise. But you can put the herbs in the cauldron along with a charcoal burner and light that, and then burn the herbs and circulate once again your aura energy. That's the whole secret about candle magic, is to create an aura energy. And like I've said before, the best way to light it is to say, Father Time, be mine and I be thine. Father Time, be mine and I be thine. Father Time, be mine and I be thine. And you always want to snuff out your flame. There's a couple other poems that you can say. Of course, there's the Buddhist chant, which is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Or the Wiccans, they always say So Modam Be, So Modam Be, So Modam Be. So when you light your candles or you charge your aura energy, it's okay to always burn 2 white candles at the same time, any time of the month. But remember, when you do candle magic, the colors are very important. If you want to know what the colors are, go to your Bible, which I call a military handbook. And you want to start on the new moon, which is the black spot in your calendar, to the full moon for 2 weeks if you burn colored candles. But white is always advisable any time of the month. You want to light them at dusk, and you always want to snuff out your flame, suffocate your flame, never blow. No, 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 don't blow your wish away. So Elohim, I've spoken about Elohim before in the past, and this is a different type of Elohim spell without using the word Elohim, but still using the same idea of candle magic. So here you see I have 2 white candles, because 2 white candles can be burnt any time of the month. If you're going to do color candles, you always want to do waning to waxing, which is the new moon to the full moon. And that way you grow your aura energy. But if you do it from the waxing, from the full moon to the new moon, then you're going to diminish any energy that you're trying to charge your aura with. That's why white candles are always safe. So what you want to do is you want to, once again, on a brown piece of paper, this is kind of tan line paper that we're using today, and you want to make circles that are supposed to be used as coasters for your candle. Okay, so in these circles you write your name and you write your lover's name, and you cut them out, and you start with, once again, the paper is being used as a coaster. You just put the paper underneath your candles, but you put your candles on far across the room, and at dusk, at the time that the sun's setting, and you light your candles. And I always say, talk and rhyme. I always say, Father Time be mine and I be thine. Father Time be mine and I be thine. Father Time be mine and I be thine. And the secret to candle magic is you never blow out your flame. That's a no-no. You always want to snuff them out. So you always want to suffocate the flame and snuff out the flame when you go to bed at night. If you do decide to burn them through the night, put them in the tub where nobody can get to them, no animals can knock them over, nothing can catch on fire. So do that, and then every night that you light them, they're far across the room, you move them closer and closer and closer together until they're touching at the end of the 2 weeks. And so if you're doing red and white, then you're going to be generating pink, which is charging your aura energy. So this is Elohim, but with just using your name instead. So I got an email from a lady that wanted to spice up her romance, spice up her passion and her love for somebody that came back in her life. She knows that he's very good for her. She knows that the timing is right. She knows that the path is clear for her, but she still has some things suppressing her feelings, like memories of the past, triggers such as that. So what I recommended to her was to get a red candle, and you want to burn this when the sun's setting. So at dinner time, at dusk is when you want to burn it. I always say a little rhyme. I always say, Father Time be mine and I be thine. Father Time be mine and I be thine. Father Time be mine and I be thine. 3 times, putting myself in perfect order. Some people say, Nam myoho renge kyo, Nam myoho renge kyo, Nam myoho renge kyo. And you keep this to charge your aura energy. So you keep it burning until you go to bed, or you put it in the tub. Never leave a candle burning unattended. When you're done with your evening of charging your energy, you always want to snuff out your flame. So hopefully this will work and I won't crack the glass. Okay, it worked. So that's what we need to do, is charge your aura energy with red. And this actually is cinnamon, which is my favorite smell. Cinnamon makes the smell more impactful, or your aura energy stronger. So cinnamon is a wonderful, wonderful aura energy or oil. Also, if you eat cinnamon in the morning, it's a good idea to put it in your coffee. It's very, very good for diabetes. And also, Halloween's coming up, and this is something that I got as a decoration that I think I'm going to keep year round, and as they do in Bones and Skull. Hi, area code. Hello. So.
How are you? My name's Amla. How are you?
Hi, Amala. I'm good. How can I help today?
I think it's relationship day question.
Okay.
So I'm just I'm just wondering if you see me in a committed relationship. Painting is actually the color before. I just broke up with somebody, but I definitely think it's over. I just was wondering if you see somebody much more suited for me.
I
In the
do.
future.
I do, but the one that you just broke up with, It says that he is
Yes.
going to resurface. It says that you still have karmic ties very strongly with each other. So I just wanted you to know
Okay.
that yes, it does feel like there's another soulmate, but the one you just broke up with is coming back in, hoping to be a soulmate, hoping to be there in the long haul. But it does feel like it could be that he needs closure and that you're going to move on with somebody new, because I do feel that the ties with him are still very strong emotionally. So it must be fairly a
Okay.
new breakup, right? This summer, something like that.
Yeah, it was August, and so it's been a roller coaster. Do you feel like he's gonna return for the better, and I'm gonna have a choice, or is it just on my end completely done, and I'm moving on to that next person?
I feel on your end, but then again, I could be wrong because it's yet to be seen, and he could come back with an engagement ring and promise everything and sweep you off your feet and decide to stick with him, but I just feel like it's still undone. I mean, I the break is not done yet. It's still
It's
he's
so
pulling you
weird.
back in. Mhm.
Do you feel a sense when he might be coming resurfacing? Because we really had a closer conversation a couple weeks ago. No contact. I don't have his number. I don't have anything. I don't want it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, good.
Um,
Well,
yeah.
it's probably going to be on New Year's when he comes back, to make amends, to see where you are, to, hopefully see if there's a friendship or something. And I don't recommend friendships because even if you move on with someone else, you don't want that new man in your life to always be skeptical or wonder. So it's a
Right.
good idea that you
Right.
just move on, move forward. I'm glad that you asked the question that you did, but I have to tell you, as a psychic, I feel your intentions of moving forward are sincere, but in actuality, I don't feel that you're done with each other. Even though he made it final, even though he said this and this is his word, men go back on their words just as much as I was saying with the earlier caller, also that it's very moody time right now. Breaks bring about a moody, irritable side to us, and we have our moments of
Yes.
weakness where we can't stand it anymore, and we have to find out, will Almy talk to me again, or is she there for me anymore? Did she move on? Did she meet someone? So sometimes it's just out of curiosity that they wonder,
Yes.
will you even reply? So I feel like if you really want to give him closure, don't reply and just move forward. But like I
Okay.
said, you haven't heard the last of him.
Okay. Well, thank you for telling. Thank you
Sure.
for
I'm glad I did.
giving me that heads up. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
my
Thank
pleasure.
you.
So last week we talked a little bit about cycles and that cats travel in cycles. And their cycles get larger and larger and larger as they travel their environment. And of course, they go to homes that always feed them. Well, sharks go from the large cycles to the small cycles. And the both things that these creatures have in common is they both spray before they attack. Also, sharks spray their prey before they attack, just like cats spray, not only for scent, but they also spray before they attack. So that's very common with these species. One's a fish, of course, and one's a mammal. So, but they're very similar in the sense that they travel in cycles, and I believe that we all travel in cycles too. I've been married well, I've been with my husband for 20 years, and I have to say that I've walked his journey after 20 years. So I tell my daughter that when she was married, that be careful of who you marry because you're going to have to walk their journey after 20 years of a relationship. And so I know it happened to me, and I was told by some older ladies that had been married way longer than 20 years that said that it does happen to your relationship with time. So, yes, I do make a lot of predictions for President Trump, and I hope all of you walk the middle line, that we all are human and that we all make decisions every day of our life and hopefully on the side of faith. We all have fear and faith on each shoulder, and hopefully faith is the side that we always choose. The brave American that most of us are. And if you are a citizen, also a brave citizen. So I am not trying to make political bias here. I'm just being a psychic, and I'm reading a president who was a reality TV star, who was very well known in the media, and happens to be president today. So please understand that when I do these readings, I work as a psychic with non bias. It's not my idea to show one way or the other support or conflict with the President of America. So I just wanted to add that. And we are going to continue doing readings on his behalf. So magic is basically what I do as a Wiccan practitioner is candles and herbs. There are other types of magic that have been experimented with, but candles and herbs is the grassroots of all religion. It's the pagan way. And they do have rituals. May Day is one of them where they dance around the pole. But basically, it's following the seasons and following the stars and astrology. And that's one of the reasons I call myself Robin Zodiac, is because it's very important that we stay in the very present day and we watch the stars and how it does affect all of us. It affects weather. We all affect weather by contagion and our consciousness and how we feel. We all have something to do with each other, through this human experience. So magic is everywhere all the time, and it's like grass growing with sunlight and rain. It doesn't worry about whether it's going to grow or not. So that's how we should always look at our goals and our future impossibilities, is that I am possible because magic does exist.